One of my videos. This one is for Eureka Math, Engage New York, Module 1, Lesson 16, Unit Rate. In this lesson, we'll learn how to calculate the unit rate in a real-world situation. You'll first do this by identifying and writing the rate. Then we'll reduce or divide to find the unit rate, and then label that rate correctly. So we're going to be talking about all those things. The problems we're going to do are page 69 and then page 71, and then will also be another video with the problem set on there. So those are the problems we're going to be working at and looking at today. So let's go ahead and look at the first problem on page 69. So a Diet Cola was on sale last week for $10 for every 4 packs of Diet Cola. How much would 2 packs of Diet Cola be? So what we're going to do is we're assuming that these are ratios, just like we've done with before. So if we have a 10 pack for 4, we could get that down by dividing by 2 and dividing by 2, which would give us a 5 pack for a 2 pack, $5 for a 2 pack. So even these rates are just like ratios, except for when we write them down, we're going to put some labels in them. So we don't just write it down as a ratio, we write it down with the actual units in there. And the way we can write this down is we would put $5 for 2 packs. So $5 for 2 packs. And that is our rate. So it's $5 per pack. But we can get it using the same concepts and same ideas as a ratio by simplifying it down. Now we could have written our original one here as $10 for 4 packs. And that's our original rate there. That's also a rate. And this is another rate. These are equivalent rates because they're talking about that same thing, and they're equivalent, just like equivalent ratios. We can have equivalent rates. So then it asks us, so how much would we get for 1 pack? And if we just do this here, well, if we take this 2 packs is $5. We need to split this in half. So if we find half of 5, we would get $2.50. So that would be $2.50 for 1 pack. So that's another rate, $2.50 for 1 pack. We could also write this one. This one's what we call a unit rate. And this one's a special rate because it's for 1 item. And that's why it's called a unit rate. So this one could also be written $2.50. Now with a slash here, we'll often write it that way, per pack, where you just don't write the 1 in there. And then also, a lot of times we'll write it this way using the words $2.50 per pack. Now, I want you to think about how these are written up here. If we think of this, the other meaning for these is division. For the fraction bar is division. So if we want to calculate our unit rate, we can simply just divide this out. Like if we were here, 10, and we wanted our unit rate, we could take 10 divided by 4. So we could just take 10 and divide it by 4, and we could get our unit rate there. So 4 goes into 10, 2 times, that'd be 8. Minus that down, we get 2. Put our decimal there so we can bring down another 0. And our decimal will be there in our answer. 4 goes into 20 5 times. So subtract that down, and we get $2.5, which would be $2.50, because we're talking about the tens place there, so it'd be $2.50. So the way we can calculate what's called our unit rate is through division. And this is what you're going to be doing to calculate your unit rate. So you simply calculate the rate you want to do, which is dollars per pack. How much does it cost per pack? And that's what you think about here. Cost per pack. And that's another way to say this, where it's saying how much does one pack of Diet Cola cost? That's the cost per pack. And to figure that out, it's the cost divided by the pack. Cost divided by the packs. And if you think of that, this per means division. Whenever you see that, and we'll see that in one of the other problems, where that is the cost divided by the packs, or per is division. Okay, so let's talk about a couple things. You might want to pause this on this next slide and go through some of these. This is our definition of the rate. You can pause that and get that down. This just kind of talks about what we did. These are rate, and these are our unit rate. You might want to pause this and get these down. Make sure you have that definition. But I'm going to go on to the next problem here, okay? But pause that and get those definitions down. We kind of talked about the difference between a rate. These are rates, and this is a unit rate because it's out of 1. Okay, so Tegan and went to Gamer Realm to buy video games. Gamer Realm was having a sale for $65 for 4 video games. He bought 3 games for himself and 1 game for his friend Diego. Tegan does not know how much Diego owes him for 1 game. What is the unit price for the video games, and what is the unit rate? Now, we aren't going to talk much about unit rate. Unit rate is just what units you're talking about, and that is dollars per game. So when it says unit price, that's what we're talking about money. That would be price per unit. And our units are video games. And in this case, it'd be dollars per video game. So if we write that out, dollars per video game, that tells us what we need to do. Dollars divided by video games. So dollars per video game. That's what we need to calculate to find our unit price. So we're going to take 65, and we're going to divide that by 4. So 4 goes into 6 one time. So 4 minus that down. 2, drop down our 5. So 4 goes into 25 6 times. So that would be 24. Let's track that down. We have a 1. Now again, we're dealing with money, so we're going to want to keep going. So we're just going to add a 0 there, drop that down. So 4 goes into 10 2 times, which is 8. Minus that down. Get 20, because we're going to drop another 0 down because we want to keep going. And that would be 5. So we end up with 20. So we end up with our unit price is $16.25 per game, per video game. Per game. Okay, so that's what he was doing because each game costs that much, and since he just bought 1 game for his friend, that's what we would get is $16 per video game. Okay, now what I want you to do is the next problem, I want you to try it on your own, then watch the video if you get stuck. And we're going on to C. We're skipping B. We're going on to C on the exploratory challenge. So try that on your own. I'm going to go ahead and do it, but pause the video and try that on your own. Okay. A publishing company is looking for new employees who type novels that will soon be published. The publishing company wants to find someone who can type at least 45 words per minute. Now that's the key right here, 45 words per minute. So that's what they need to type. Dominique discovers that she can type a constant, so 104 words in 16 minutes. Does Dominic type enough words to qualify for the job? A high enough rate to qualify for the job? Why not? So the key is words per minute. That means we need to, in order to calculate that, that means words divided by minutes. And our words is 704. And our minutes is 16. So that's what we got to divide out. I'm just looking at this. It's probably going to be around 3 or 4. I'm actually going to try 16 times 3 first. That would give me 8. 3, 4. Oh, it's going to go in more than that. So 16 times 4. 24, put on 4, carry the 2, 4. So that's as close as we're going to get there. So it goes in there 4 times. So 64, minus that down. That would give me 6. Drop that 4 down. And we end up 64 again. So we already know that. So type 40, so 44 words per minute. So that's what Dominic can type. 44 words per minute. So 44 words per minute. That's how fast he can type. And we'll see he needed to type 45 words per minute, so he doesn't type fast enough. He's only typing 44 words per minute, so he is not typing fast enough to get the job done. Okay? So again, words per minute means we take, if they want us to calculate the words per minute, we take the words divided by the number of minutes to calculate our words per minute. Okay, good luck with these. Go ahead, if you get done with this, and try the problem set. There'll be a separate video for the problem set. Good luck with that. Have a good day. Bye.